The idea of the welcome on board video is just to get you started. So the first thing to do is make it bigger. Make the whole thing bigger so that you can see the user interface. In a nutshell, Portara Downloader has two main viewing areas. The right hand side of the screen is connected to the cloud, and the left hand side of the screen is connected to your local machine. And the basic premise of Portara Downloader is that you simply drag and drop data that you want from the cloud onto your local machine and your job is done. And in a nutshell, that's how things work. So it's very simple. It takes all the complexity away. Here on the tabs we can see a daily tab. If we click on the 1 minute tab, any data entitlements will show up there for you. Again, on tick trades only if you're subscribed into there, or tick level 1, which includes all the bids and asks. So you can see there the windows remain the same wherever you click. Now you may be subscribed where you don't see one of these tabs, and that's fine. It just means that them tabs are not available for you. Let's go into color code conventions across all 4 tabs, and we'll choose ALSI because that's near the top, and we notice there it's got a small blue cloud icon. That means you are subscribed to grab the data from the ALSI commodity in the cloud. If we double click on that folder, and we can see in there we've got red ALSI, and we've also, as we scroll down, we've also got blue ALSI. So the blue ALSI contracts are the ones that you're entitled to, and the red ALSI are the ones that you're not. So the cloud commodities all behave in that way. If it's got a small grey cloud icon, then that means you're not subscribed to that particular commodity at this time, but you can do that by talking to us about all the different subscription packages that we have. Let's go to options, and here we can see the show subscribed data only checkbox, and if we click that, we're going to see here on the right hand side in the cloud that it will display only the commodities that you are entitled to. So let's do that, and we click, and we can see clearly there that all the commodities you're entitled to now appear with blue clouds and none of the grey clouds show, and that's conducive right the way across all your data subscriptions. The good thing about Portara Downloader is it does work straight out of the box, so you don't have to be involved in any settings for local navigation, for folder setups to do things. It just works. The other thing to point out is if you do drag and drop data that you're not subscribed to, it won't come over anyway, so you don't have to pick and tease through all the contracts that you have entitlement for. It just knows what to do behind the scenes, so just be aware of that. Portara Downloader manipulates data in 3 main ways. The first one is that you will drag and drop data from the cloud to your desktop, and that will be in the downloaded folder. That data will be encrypted and it will also be zipped. The next phase is the unzipping of that data, so you can unzip that data into individual files, and that will unzip and place that into the unzipped folder. And the third dimension in Portara Download is that you can create continuous files and folders as well. A note on local navigation. Portara Downloader knows what to do. It creates folders for you by default to these 4 downloaded folders: daily, intraday, the level 1, and also for trades. The Portara unzipped folders will also create for you, so Portara unzip, daily, intraday, the level 1 and the trades. And when you eventually create continuous data, it will add the continuous data in there for you too. There's many ways to grab the data from cloud to desktop. You can use the buttons, or you can right click on the menu and download. You can create portfolios or just download everything selected. So there's a number of ways, or you can just simply drag and drop the data from cloud to desktop, which is what we'll do, and you can do that on a per tab basis depending on what you have subscribed to. So if we just grab ALSI and we drag and drop that across onto our desktop, and we will get a message box which you can switch on and off those message boxes in the options folder, like so. So we're going to press yes, and we can see there that ALSI has downloaded successfully into the local folder. Once the data is downloaded to your local machine, you've got two choices. You can go in and you can unzip to individual contracts, or you can create continuous data as you wish. Let's start with unzipping the contracts. We'll go to unzip selected to unzip into individual files and press that. Say yes to any messages and let it run. And that is the same for continuous data too. If we right click and select create continuous data and the message, say yes, and that will create continuous data. And just remember, everything will run straight out of the box, so you don't have to start setting up role settings for continuous data. It's all done for you. However, you can go into the formatting routines and adjust those as you require. To view the data that you've just created with Portara Downloader, you can either use the Windows Explorer, or you can click on these pathway explorers up here. The middle one is for the individual contracts. We can see daily. We double click in there, we see ALSI, and there is your data, your daily data. And if we just open any random one, there is the September 2021 contract, which is opened off screen. I'm going to pull that up for you, and you can see your individual contracts in here. To look at the continuous data, we just go to the continuous pathway and into daily, and there is your continuous form ALSI, and we'll double click that, and as we scroll down there you can see that all the data has been clipped in from all the other contracts, in this case starting from 2019 December all the way through the history to the present day. Okay.